YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another YouTube collective, another energy collective read. Remember to take what resonates and please discard the rest. Remember, energy is timeless, so if this finds you, it's meant to. I appreciate all likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. If you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika's son with a C and Shamika at gmail.com. My links and everything should be in the description below. But let's go ahead and get started. Angels of the highest of white light. Ancestors, please bestow upon me. We're going to take that card that dropped. Please bestow upon me channel messages, divine channel messages, and clear and concise channel messages for what the divine collective needs to hear today. Check your blind spot. So there's something about Ascension. There's something about something deterring you or trying to deter you, whether it's a form version of yourself, whether it's whether this signifies yourself, another self, outside of self, circumstance, place, event. Some type of hindrance, resistance. This could be a lack of confidence, a lack of willpower is being highlighted at this time, or somebody, something that represents that to you or makes you feel that way. There's something significant around that with prying eyes around you confirming that message. So we're gonna keep those. I'm getting a message even like how I'm checking around me. There's a need for checking in with your intuition at this time. What success naturally follows you. So I think people are kind of like, you may be having situations that want to see you down and out, so to speak, or you had this experience, or you not internalized, it's a general collective for somebody that has an internalization of shame, hate, suffering, or some sort that you either feel like you deserved or enabled because of some sort of situations that continuously kept playing out. Saying this to say, this is an ascending message that somebody somewhere is ascending out of this certain thought process, situation, place, circumstance, or relationship or connection, that reflects these type of ideals of self. A new earth energy. Before I even got on here, that's kind of what I was getting the theme of. With jealousy around you, that can't come with you in terms of the ascension into what this represents for you. And with the new earth themes, if you've been hearing that around, it's like a lot of shifts, revolutionary kind of changes that are happening energetically in terms of the transits that are happening every second. So as you're watching this, there's probably changes that are happening in your life or changes on the horizon that are meant to build you toward and strengthen you toward and ascend you further from those versions of self that I just identified, whether it was internalized outside of self or within self. You take what resonates. But when new experiences are opening up for you, there's a need to let go. First off, forgive, release, and do not allow any thoughts, behaviors, or any experiences to hinder and eat at your spirit, even if you are guilty, even if you feel guilty, even if you're not guilty. This is especially for that message for people that aren't really, you're intaking or enabling or internalizing ideals of self that may not reflect from self. It may be from environment, it may be from circumstances, it may be from experiences prior to, It doesn't mean that this or right now is a continuation of the said same experiences, is what I'm being guided to say. What many are manifesting you as we speak, there's some sense of you being open to new things, you being open, and thus being the reason that these perceptual, whatever this represents for you, this can be a person, place, timeline that represents and is kind of eating at your spirit, so to speak, is how I'm getting it. There's a parasite that you need to watch out for within your blind spots or within yourself or outside of yourself that is close to you, able to touch you, reach you. So they can never stop the ordinance that God has placed over your life. This is your confirmation message on continuously not only checking your blind spots, but there's something significant around cleaning your area space, clearing out space. So your physical space, your mental space, but physical space is being highlighted right now to embrace and kind of connotate the reflection back to the Most High, the universe, whatever is kind of on an energetic system, right? You're energetically placing an intention that you're ready to receive something new after you're getting rid of what no longer serves you. So of course this is a message to get rid of those things. You have something big on the way. There's something preparing for you is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? There's something being prepared for you. I'm getting that scripture like I prepare a table before you amidst your enemies. That is not exactly how that scripture goes, but that is what that scripture connotates. I know I didn't say that right, but I'm getting that channeling. So maybe there's something that you're needing to prepare, bolster yourself is what I'm getting the energy of. So strengthening yourself, at this time, to prepare yourself to, I think, for a major, breakout moment is what I'm getting. And this breakout moment may be just you empowering yourself, and with overthinking it, this breakout moment can be a new, I said new earth energy. I think this is a new timeline. So I think this is some sense of a collapse of old timelines, obviously, right? With the entering of new, there has to be a conclusion of all the old, it has to be pushed out. So there's a significance on, making room, making space, whatever that signifies for you, for what is coming to you is what I'm getting with grounding yourself in nature, as I'm doing myself. This is a significant message for somebody to be able to ground your energies amidst a lot of turmoil, conflict. When I'm getting a split energy, a rapture energy, so 606 is significant. There's a need for balancing out. I think on a general collective level, I'm getting the universe is balancing itself out, meaning by way of like on a karmic level, there's a need for watching out for, what's imbalanced in your vicinity, what's imbalanced within you, outside of you, or around you, or cultivated in some type of imbalance from your actions. There's a need for rebalancing, because on a universal collective level, that's exactly what's happening right now, as you can see. With certain experiences and a lot more natural disasters are starting to come full swing, a lot more. There's just a lot of energy coming up to the surface on a collective level that has to be re-alchemized, and that first step can, not first step, but you getting ahead for whoever I'm tapping into, somebody specific, you're an alchemist, or you're some type of, you take a lot of bullshit in your life. You may not look at it as an alchemist, you may not look at it as anything like that, but when you go through a lot of things in life and you still standing, you still going, you still, looking ahead to the next movement, that's a way of alchemy. It didn't knock you down, you still turned that into something. So saying this to say, with the next card saying you're here to awaken many souls, so there's something that you're being prepared for in terms of what you've been able to cultivate, or what you've been through to this point, and what you're able to alchemize there, turn that into at this time, or later on. You're the hot topic, or you're going to be, and maybe you're the topic of discussion with people. Maybe maybe there's a theme of some sense of not in a good way. There's a theme of people gossiping. There's a theme of a lot of distractions or distorted energies coming up to surface that want to maybe stop you. Kind of in the beginning of the reading, I was getting that too, that kind of want to, there's some sense of maybe you internalized this at one point, but there's some sense of an outside energy, whether it's outside of your reflection of true self or true identity, true reflection, or it's somebody else or some place experience outside of you that is reflecting some sense of not domination. Domination spells could be significant, but somebody wants to overpower your favor. Somebody wants to stop. Something wants to stop you. Something wants to stop you from ascending forward. Something wants to stop you from doing what it is you're doing. And this could very well be an identification of a version of yourself that didn't think you were worth shit, or did internalize what he or she said about you, or did internalize what those experiences, those failures, or those mistakes said about you. There's a significance on the collapsal of these timelines and starting anew, which is the new earth theme that I'm bringing back to you. So you already know what this is. I think intuitively we're getting confirmations at this time, whoever I'm tapping into, on what these things are being brought up to the surface for you to heal and be able to alchemize so it doesn't come back at you. I was, getting this download yesterday that, you have to be able to be at a mastery level to be able to have, we want to have instant manifestation, right? We want to be able to cultivate energy and have it reflect back to us immediate in gratification, right? But if you're not in master control, if you can't master yourself or your thoughts and your alchemy of self, then you definitely aren't going to be able to master the energy that's going to come at you with the manifestations. Like they say, more money, more problems, more energy, more new levels, new devils, so to speak. More resistance points, different resistance points. So it's a need to be able to master self and master what is not self, and kind of let go and detach is the word. I was going to say misidentify, but that wasn't even the word I was looking for. But unidentified I don't even think that's the word. Unidentified. We're going to use it though. Unidentified from those versions of self, those places of self, those environments of self, whether that's a spiritual environment or a physical environment that doesn't reflect your true reflection of where your path is going. Basically, isolation saved your life, or there's a need to hermit away from these experiences if you need time to integrate this information or what that means for you in terms of your decisions going forward. There's a need to hermit. There's a need to take your time. There's a need to balance out your energy before you make a subtle movement. Certainty is significant, and when I say certainty, it doesn't mean you're going to know exactly why or what, but certainty is when you know that you're supposed to make a move or do something, when you know you're supposed to do something. It's alignment. Alignment is significant. With hermit energy following up, confirming the messages before, there's a need for hermiting, or reclining. Doesn't mean just isolating away from everybody. It could be for a few people, but for a lot of people it just means calling your power back to yourself, calling your energy back to yourself, and looking at things from the highest perspective that you can amidst the situation, so you can have the puzzle pieces together that you have accrued, right, about a certain place, person, situation, or self even, and make your best possible decision and move going forward from that point, right? That's the point. With gossip behind the scenes, we can't let that shit tilt you off your crown. You can't let that shit tilt you off your crown with the Three of Swords. You can't let nobody put you in or keep you in a continuation of suffering or heartbreak when they already did it or already said it or already whatever. And this is it goes back to the message from earlier. There's a need to not internalize, or to look at those parts of you that internalize the parts of others or places, experiences, or even parts of yourself that made mistakes or made shameful actions or whatever that is, and you internalized it in some way, shape, or form. And not to put it like no, but like sit with yourself, recline that power. That's energy. Take that power back, because it's not really a accurate depiction of what you are. It's just an accurate depiction of what somebody thinks you are, what a place thought you were, or what an experience happened to be. It could be an experience. It happened. It did this. It didn't go in this way. It didn't go that way. It went in this way. It went in that way. So maybe acceptance is significant for somebody. You vibrate on a high frequency. Don't let this shit take from your frequency. There's a need for keeping and maintaining your highest vibration, especially amidst a decision or situation that has to do with an alignment. Alignment has to do with vibration. So with introspection, there's a need to introspect on all these things that I kind of collectively was talking about. You're in alignment with your desires, and that's kind of specification over what I was talking about. Alignment at this time with the transitions and shifts that are happening with the Six of Swords, transition card, transition, moving on. Six of Swords represents transition. So through these transitions, you were underestimated and they all know it. So I think you're moving away, or maybe you're just moving towards what reflects your true, identity or worth, or true, essence, or true desires in life. Maybe that's what it is, desires. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be lustful desires. It can be just desires in life through your heart space that you want to live through, that maybe you didn't believe you were worthy of before. Maybe you didn't think was possible before. But, with the full energy, there's a need to step out on faith and, kind of entertain that other thought. Like I said in the previous video, what if it pans out greater than you expected? What if it pans out even more abundantly than you expected? Why does it got to be worse? Why do we got to plan for the worst? I mean, not to say why do we got to. Why do we always got to anticipate the worst case scenario every single time? And I understand why, trust me. Because you don't want to be blindsided by nothing. You want to be prepared. But still, with the question, ask yourself, why do we still have to perpetuate the worst possible outcome to a situation? And I think that's my last message for y'all in this one. If you need a person with me, hit up Shamika-san with Shamika@gmail.com. And I appreciate every single one of y'all spending some time with me. Hit those likes, hit that like button for me. It really helps me with the algorithm and all the comments. I really appreciate y'all. If I didn't get back to you, all the super thanks, you don't got to do things like that. I really appreciate you. I'm going to get back to you if I haven't. But it's your boy Justice, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on this next one, y'all. Peace out.